Hello everybody, it's me again. So today, tomorrow is the beginning of NaNoWriMo. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, I understand it to be, it is a month, the month of November, where it's kind of a challenge to put down 50,000 words of your book. So to just start writing, just get the words on the page, don't edit, just throw the words on the page and get about 50,000 words. So, I'm taking the challenge. Do you see this look? I'm a little scared. It's a great thing because I've always wanted to finish my book. Let me rephrase that. I've written my entire life. I started writing in college. I started writing a book. You know how that goes. Life just steamrolls you and you don't finish it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking the challenge. I'm gonna finish a book. I have a couple different stories in my head. I decided this time around to start a whole new book. So yeah, just threw myself under the bus there. I'm just gonna start a new book instead of going and finishing the book that I had. But I'm still working on that book too. I'm just taking a month off to finish a new book. Yeah. So I have taken the challenge. So I'm going to kind of show you a couple of things that I've done to prepare. Now, if you don't know what the terms are, there's a planner, a person who plans the book from beginning to end, and then there's a pantster who just flies by the seat of their pants and writes. So I'm trying to plan, but I'm going to show you kind of what I'm doing. I would love if anybody would like to put some comments in there, kind of like little tips and little help thingies, not so mean thingies, you know, tips and helpful little things. If you see anything here that you're like, oh, this would be a good idea too, you know, that'd be nice. Being nice though, no mean comments needed. So this is my first year doing it. Yeah, I'm just going through it. So I'm going to show you the online portion later, but first I'm going to kind of show you what I do. So I started this notebook. I am obsessed with notebooks. So I use notebooks to write down everything. This notebook is the book that I started in college. So I started it with, like, you can kind of see there's tabs I put in there. Like character breakdowns. I'm not going to show you all of it because I don't want you stealing my book. I have, you know, the characters' names, age, height, build, birthplace, where they're living now, occupation, their hobbies, their family, their friends, their goals, their education, their hair, their eyes, skin. Yeah. And I did that I have like this whole thing with all of my characters. It's just going to be basically the main characters that are going to be coming up more than once in the book. I'm not going to do it for every single little person, you know. Unless I feel like I need to, but mostly it's going to be the main ones. And then I have character breakdowns, which is where I just go through and I'm like, quick look, chapter 3, this is what I want to happen in chapter 3. Chapter 4, this is what I want to happen in chapter 4. Chapter 5, chapter 6. I have tried to do this. I am on chapter 14. I'm hoping this thing will be between 20 and 25 chapters, but I'm seeing that it's probably just going to stop at 14. Like I said, I'm a pantster. I just write and see what happens with the characters. I feel like the characters know what they're going to do. Then I have like these little, I want you to see all of it, little maps that I draw of different things, of like the main character and the conflicts that come up in the book with the main character. The second character and the main things that come up with the main conflicts. Then there's a map going around it like that. So I do like making these little maps with the different characters and different conflicts throughout the book and things like that. And then I started putting in kind of little terms. So since I love to read sci-fi, this book is sci-fi. So I started writing notes as well about the world I was creating. So that's one thing, that's why I think I picked like a thicker book and a bigger book, was because I was like, I'm creating whole worlds here. We're going to need a lot of pages. So there's that. This little book is so cute. It says, stay true to you and you will end up incredibly happy. I love quotes on books too. Just, you know, they remind me to be happy and things like that. So this one, I did basically the same thing with the character breakdowns in here, and then I just think I was doing character breakdown so far. I am so not a planner apparently when it comes to writing. I just write. So I already know basically what I want in this book, what I want to happen. Let me show you these. These are online, but you're able to print them, so I like that. So what I did is that's from this book, okay. So from the different books, I was like, I need to visualize the locations. So in order for me to visualize the locations, I needed to draw them, but I am a horrible artist. In order to visualize these things, I needed to draw them, and I'm so not good at them. So I used this thing called roommaker.net, and I made rooms. And I made these different rooms and different locations that the characters are in a good chunk of the time. So that way, when I'm writing, I can look at this and be like, all right, this person's going to walk over to this, and there's the couch, and this person's going to walk over here. And so I know logistically, I guess, where they are when I'm writing. So I like roommaker.net. I used it for, this is for this book. I love having that there and being able to visualize and be able to see on paper the different rooms that I have. So it's like as I go, if I have another room that they're going to end up being in, I'll build that room and then print it out, and then so on and so forth. And you're able to save as well the rooms. So I can log into that program and save the rooms, and I have them there. And I can change them if I want to. So that's always nice too. So let's go ahead and go online. I'm going to show you a couple different websites. Oh, a couple different websites. A couple different websites online, and show you kind of what I'm doing. As you can see, this is Google, and Google is celebrating Halloween. Yay, happy Halloween. All right, NaNoWriMo, spelled N-A-N-O, Rimo. Look, it popped up right there. So you go to NaNoWriMo.org, click there. I'm already logged in. So this is kind of like my information here. So if you guys want to check me out, I'm right there. If you guys want to be buddies, we do have buddies down here. Those are my buddies. We're going to like not expose all of their information. So this website is really great because it has a bunch of different things. So down here you have badges. As you go along, you kind of earn different badges. So, let's see here. This one's filling out the author profile, joining a local region. This one is adding writing buddies, which I do have several. Yay! I love having writing buddies because I feel like when I have anxiety, I can send them a message and be like, oh God, help me. This is for posting in the forums. I did post in the forums earlier, but it was right before they kind of cleaned out the forums, so it says that I didn't, but I do need to go in there and check out the forums again. This, anytime you donate to NaNoWriMo, you get like a halo. I can't show you it on here. I'll show you it when I go up there. You get like a halo on your little picture, your little picture there. Writing badges. So this one is, oops, we're gonna go back. This one shows that you're creating your novel. So that's when I put my title up and everything. This one is by updating your word count. You don't actually write the whole thing on the NaNoWriMo website, but you can update your word count as you go along. So you kind of get that when you update it 5 days in a row, when you update it 10 days in a row, 30 days in a row, and then when you hit different word marks, you get different badges as well. And then when they validate that you have, 50,000 words, you get this fun little thing there. What is this one? You're able to promise to revise your novel during the now what months, which is January and February, which is when you go back and you edit and, clean it up and things like that. So I showed you I had buddies. I'm gonna, let's see here. It's a blog, so I guess you can you do that? Or is that someone else? I've never actually clicked on that one. Here's the world region, so that's fun. You get to kind of see how many people are there. That's kind of cool. All right, so there's my novels here. They will get like announcements here. let's see here. You have a dashboard. This is my dashboard, by the way. Here's your dashboard. My author info, my novels. So let's see here. Yep, it kind of gives you, see there's that halo you get for donating. I can't scroll over there, but yeah, there's that halo you get for donating. And then you'll have your word. These are novels if you wrote in different years, things like that. Which I didn't. Let's see how far back this goes. It goes to 1999. It goes back a long ways. And there's people who have actually done it since 1999, and I think they're awesome, and I wish I could be like them. So there's different badges. See, I'm a pantser. I just spontaneously go for it and see what happens. So, and then I have my writing buddies, statistics. All right. So there's my region. You can find your region, your home region. It tells you like what's going on in that region. If they have events, like they do an event here a lot, not too far from me, where you go, it's at a Starbucks, and they go and they sit there with the laptops and they type, or they like help each other out with planning or things like that. So it's really nice to have that community there. This one is NaNoWriMo Prep. So click on this. It just kind of gives you a lot of good, like, see, these are virtual write-ins. So you go on there, write in, you know, you sit there and start writing, and you have people there that, you know, you can talk to and stuff like that. So I love these. There's webinars. They get to talk. They talk about how they plan. I remember looking at one. I can't remember which one it was. Which one? I think it was NaNoWriMo Prep. I think this one was the one I watched. It was quite good. It, you know, kind of helped with the prep process, things like that. NaNoWriMo Events. So it'll show you different events going on near you, things like that. Love that. Pep Talks. Need that. All right, spread the word though. Let's see what's on here. Oh yeah, I love this. So you can put these graphics on your Facebook page, on your Twitter page, things like that. So I need to do that. I do need to do that. I need to put that on my social media. Pep Talks. These are nice. Authors kind of just, I guess they just talk about, you know, NaNoWriMo and their experience and things like that. Word count helpers. Word sprints. Ooh, what's this? That sounds scary. Oh, yeah. No. Doing it with a timer. That's never good for me. Word count helpers. See how your words measure up. Show off your word count. Things like that. That's nice. So forms. This is what I love. So there are NaNoWriMo forms. And you just go on. They have all of these different titles, things that you need help with. Plot doctoring, writing 101, character cafe, word building, rules, regulations, and tech help, you know, reaching 50,000 words. That sounds so scary and so far away, but we can do it. We can do it. Word wars, things like that. So all of, you know, social media, all of these great things. Ooh, soundtracks. Yeah, I need to go on that one. You know, and then it breaks it down into adventure, fiction, fantasy, historical fiction, things like that. So I like that I have all of these forms. I have these people I can reach out to. I'm super excited about it. Where was I? I was on forums, watch threads, forum purposes. And then I have my mailbox, you know. It's just where my buddies will send me messages and I'll send them messages. NaNoWriMo sends out messages like, are you excited? Are you guys ready? Things like that. So those are nice to have. Okay, so shop. I do like this. I like the option of having this because, I'll show you when it pops up, because I actually want one of these mugs. I just saw that. I was like, ooh, I like these mugs. All right, so you can have these things. You know, it's just all NaNoWriMo prep stuff. The winner shirts, I believe, are the shirts that just say you finished 50,000 words. So I am, if I, knock on wood, I'm doing it. You know, if I finish it 50,000 words by the end of November, I will be getting myself one of those shirts. That will happen. So it's just like they have scarves, hats, cute little things like that, little notebooks, books to help. There's pins, things like that. So I actually do want this book, but it's a laptop bag. This book. So I'm excited about, there's all these different, so you can just go through it, see what you like, things like that. Let's go back to NaNoWriMo. And then you can donate here. So I really do like NaNoWriMo. They also have a kids version of this, one for youth. I would need to look that up. And I'll put it in the box, description box, because I can't remember off the top of my head what that is. But so yeah, this is great. Love NaNoWriMo. So that's the NaNoWriMo website. Alright, so I'm going to show you kind of like a teaser here. So I use MindUp, it's up here, MindUp.com to kind of build my characters. So I take a picture of someone that I want my character to look like, and I go through and I just do, you know, everything about this character is on here. So friends, things like that, all the way down there, friends. So stuff like that. I just kind of break apart these characters, and you love using the visual on this. So that is MindUp.com. So along with MindUp.com, I do use Google Drive. I have my manuscript here, and I have my MindUp characters here, and that'll get bigger. You know, obviously I told you I'm not doing so well with the blending at the moment, so that's what I've got so far. But I feel like I already have the story I know I want to tell, and I'm ready to tell it. It's just my planning skills are not that good when it comes to writing. But yeah, these are what I use. I use Google Drive, I use MindUp, and I use the NaNoWriMo website. So that's what I have on the computer for you. Check them all out. I will put links in the description box, and I hope you guys really like these because I love these websites. Okay, so that's kind of like the online portion. So what I also did when I started writing in college, I went to school for journalism and citizen media, and I loved to write. And that's kind of why I did it. I love making videos, and I love writing, and I love social media. So I think the degree really fit me, not so much in the sense of supporting myself. It's difficult to get a job in exactly what you want in journalism, citizen media. So I love to write, and you know, since that's why I'm writing. So I had bought a couple books. These are only a couple. I know I have way more than this because I'm kind of a book fiend. But I bought Writing the Breakout Novel Workbook. I can't speak. So this is a great book. It kind of just runs you through like some exercises. And it kind of gives you tips on how to do things, but then there's also, you know, there's places where you can fill it in. I like copying these pages you fill in, and then you know, writing on a piece of paper so I don't mess this up. So I can use this for multiple books. But I do like this. It does help with kind of developing different parts because it has like character development, plot development, general story techniques. So I like that. I like getting hints of different ways to do it and trying different ways to do things, you know, because you never know what's going to work for you and what's going to stick. Because something that works for somebody else could not work for me, but what, you know what I mean? Then I also bought this. Maybe this was me thinking I already knew about NaNoWriMo or something, but book in a month. So I wrote this. This is, what is it? A foolproof system for writing a novel in 30 days. I really feel like this was like just meant for me to just write a book in a month. And see how it goes. So this, I really do enjoy this book. I like this book. It, you know, week 1, the outline and act 1. So you can go through it, and it has day 1. Write a sentence summary, a 1-sentence summary. Let me rephrase that. Map your story ideas. Story idea map. So if you go over here to story idea map, it kind of shows you, like, it has a little worksheet down there. So instead of copying that though, if you go all the way in the back, so it goes through all the weeks, right? Go all the way in the back, it has every, I'm using the word worksheet, in the back of the book. So I just, same thing, I copy these and then I just fill them out on a piece of paper instead of using this, so I can use this multiple times. So yeah, I do enjoy this. It has them for week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. So it's very colorful. It's color coded into the weeks too. So like purple, this is week 1. Or was it week 2 is like yellowy orange. Another pinky red, I don't know, is week 3, and green is week 4. So this is a really good one for, just like I said, getting the words on the page. I think that's the main point to NaNoWriMo. It's the main point. A lot of people, I've heard from a lot of people, write the story, edit later. Get the story from beginning to ending on the page. Then you can go back through it chapter by chapter and fix what you need to fix, rewrite what you need to rewrite, add what you need to add, things like that. So it's the whole goal is just get it on the page. Not hard, actually. I mean, they're condensing this into a month, so I'm a little terrified. But I feel like, you know, if you do a 2-month goal, it's a lot easier. If you do a 3-month goal, it's a lot easier. So you can change it however you want to change it, but get a goal, stick to it, just get the words on the page. It's the whole point of the whole thing. So there's that book. Those two I got in college. While I was kind of looking up books, prepping for NaNoWriMo, the apparently very little prep I've done, the prep I've done, I found this book on Amazon, Outlining Your Novel. So like I said, I'd love to get other suggestions on how to outline, how to prep, things like that, and just see what works for me. So this just kind of goes through, let me find here we go. So like chapter 1, should you outline? Before you begin outlining. 3, crafting your premise. Let's see here. General sketches, part 1, connecting the dots. General sketches, part 2, key story facts. So it's like it goes through, you know, backstory, interviews, creating a story to drawing the roadmap. So I like having this to outline. There's also several other books. When you like look on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or anything like that, there's several books that are like this. There's outlining and there's other ones. I think there's like a developing character one or something like that. I don't remember. But there's several other books as well that work great with this. I will be getting those, but since I'm such a pantser, I wanted to get the outlining first. I wanted to get this and just focus on outlining beforehand. And you know, I'm apparently just a pantser at heart. Just have to fly by my seat, let the characters drive me kind of thing. But that's all I've done so far. That's what I've done and how I've started to prepare for NaNoWriMo. Yeah, just check out the website, go on the message boards, talk to other people. That's one thing I think that has really helped me. There are other people in my area. You can find other people in your area that are doing it. And it's just comforting to know I'm not the only one with anxiety going into this. I'm not the only one a little afraid going into this. It's very nice to know that I'm not the only one. And that if I don't hit 50,000 words, it's not the end of the world. You know, I can just finish it up when I need to finish it up. Obviously, if I have like 10 words and my goal is 50,000, we have an issue by the end of the month. But, you know what I mean? As long as I give it the good old try and do, like, put my best foot forward, my most effort forward, I think I'll be okay. I'm hoping I'll be okay. But yeah. So that is how I am prepping for NaNoWriMo. And if you are going to be doing NaNoWriMo, or if you are currently doing NaNoWriMo, please put a comment in the box. Let me know. I can just help encourage you. I hope that you encourage me, things like that. That's the whole point, is having a community of writers, you know, pushing you along. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful time. I hope you enjoy NaNoWriMo. Or you know what? Just enjoy the month of November. It's a great month. So have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.